furs, the diamonds, the painting on the wall. Come on, love me for the money. Come on, listen to the money talk. Come on, love me for the money. Come on, listen to the money talk. A French made foreign chef, a French made foreign chef, a big house with king size bed. You've had enough, you ship them out. The dollars up, down, you better buy the pound. The claim is on you, the sights are on me. So what do you do? That's guaranteed. Hey little girl, you broke the laws, you hustle, you deal, you steal from us all. Come on, love me for the money. Come on, listen to the money talk. Come on, love me for the money. Come on, listen to the money talk. Money talks. Yeah, money talks. BS walks. Money talks. Come on, love me for the money. Come on, listen to the money talk. Come on, love me for the money. Come on, listen to the money talk. Come on, love me for the money. Money talks. Come on, listen to the money talk. Money talks. Come on, love me for the money. I hear it talk. Come on, listen to the money talk. Yeah, money talks. Let's now take a small break before we go further. Welcome back after the break. So, the entire world yesterday watched with bated breath as the Indian domestic World Cups, Indian 20 over domestic World Cups auction, or in short, Paisa Fake Tamasha Dekh took place as all the stakeholders involved, the coaches, the management, the board itself, was keenly observing which players would be selected for which team. And then the discussion was if player X was selected for team X. For example, Bangalore selected or recruited or drafted in Kyle Jamieson, a 7 foot New Zealand all rounder. Will that make a difference in their fortune as their 14-year wait to win their first domestic World Cup title continues? Remember, this was only a mini auction, which meant that they could not open their purses and their hearts totally. They had to half heartedly open their hearts and the purses. But will recruiting a few players who were unknowns, remember, a Kyle Jamieson is not unknown. He has played for New Zealand, he has played for New Zealand's domestic World Cups, but unless you play for the Indian domestic World Cup, you haven't played at all. There are multiple domestic World Cups happening right now from South Africa, England, Pakistan, Australia, New Zealand. But what makes the Indian version so special? Because it's like the Mount Everest, the pull that it has for international and domestic players, especially who haven't played for their country. Remember, the operative word being players who haven't played for India as yet. They have played domestic tournaments, but for me, tournaments like Ranji Trophy are not broadcasted. They are not given that kind of importance or the hype around the Sayyid Mushtaq Ali Trophy doesn't have the hype. I think that tournament should not be even played. It's a joke, but we'll go to that later. So the pull these tournaments have is simple. If you have not played for this domestic competition, you haven't played at all. It's a charity case. It's a simple story of rags to riches, prince to pauper, or prince to palatial
It's
house.
10:30.
So players who have been playing for the past 14 years for different teams. For example, Chris Morris has been recruited for more than 16 crores. He's played for teams like Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, and now he plays for a new team. What does that mean? No loyalty, no respect, only money and narcissism. And what's so special about the Indian domestic tournament? They will do everything to recruit the best of the best, contract at rates which can make eyes pop out with only one clause. Since now you are our employee, you become robots and immortals, and injury is a no no. We can grind you to the bone. We are providing you accommodation, airfare, hotels, presidential suites, which means you are totally ours for the next 60 days. And that is acceptable by everyone, whether it's the commentators, they accept this. Yes, you are being paid, you have to do as your employers say. That is the teams. And now coming to the teams, a certain team changed its name from Kings 11 Punjab to Punjab Kings. There would be a massive confusion because there's already a team called Chennai Super Kings. There would be so much of confusion. You say CSK, and how do you pronounce Punjab Kings? PK? I don't know. We'll see. Now, there's another organization like this which recruits the best of the best. That is the WWE. They also recruit the best of the best. Remember, WWE is not the only professional wrestling organization in this world. But why is WWE known more than them? Because WWE is the only professional wrestling organization which is broadcasted all over the world. They have 12 pay-per-views. They create the hype around the likes of Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. They spend millions of dollars on advertisements, on making sure that the crowd is pulled towards them. But once again, there is no loyalty for the company, for the wrestlers. There is no respect. It's all about money and fame. All about money and fame. And then these domestic competitions and WWE call themselves the land of opportunity. In one simple word, we have drafted you, we have given you an opportunity. We are filling your bank with so much gold that you belong to us. Let's discuss this further, but before that, let's take a short break. Welcome back after the break. Let's analyze the song which I sung a few minutes ago, line by line, and let's connect it to the moolah that the players earn, and the fact that the only reason people are on this planet is for money and fame and for materialism. For example, tailored suits, chauffeured cars. Who doesn't want that? Fine hotels and big cigars. Forget that you're an Indian American. Everybody wants to drive in a chauffeured car. The aura of arriving in a chauffeured car, whether it's at your home, seeing that somebody else is driving for you, you are paying for somebody else's employment, is a kind of a happiness which no one can buy. Tailored suits, whether it's Indian sherwani or Western suits. Everybody wants expensive tailored suits, fine hotels, and big cigars. Well, in the 21st century, it could be fine hotels and Rolex watches. Up for grabs, up for a price. Everything is for a price. There is no charity, there is no philanthropy. Human beings only come on this planet for one reason and one reason at all, to make money and make others a charity case. The claim is on you, the sides are on me. So, what do you do? That's guaranteed. For example, if this talk show, which has been going on for the past 2.5 years, hasn't got the kind of attention it deserves after I have worked 13 episodes a month, but the day this episode or this talk show gets the moolah, it gets the, if I earn advertisements, then this talk show will become popular. Not because I have worked for 3 years to make this talk show where it is now, but because the moment this talk show is attached to money, the moment this talk show is attached to money, it gets the kind of recognition it should get without being attached to money. Why is a Byju's or any of these companies popular? Why are they popular? Not because they educate children, they give knowledge and wisdom to children, but because they are earning moolah. A Byju's is popular because it is sponsoring the Indian team, not the other way around. And that's how things work. The furs, the diamonds, the painting on the wall. It doesn't make a difference whether you are an Indian, American, French, European. The furs, the diamonds, the painting on the wall. Come on, love me for the money. Come on, listen to the money talk. Well, we can replace money with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Come on, love me for the money. Come on, listen to the money talk. A big house with a king size bed. You've had enough, you ship them out. And that's how human beings work. And that's how this particular Indian domestic tournament works. Despite the fact that there is some knowledge of other domestic tournaments. But why does the Indian tournament get that kind of coverage? Because of the investment involved, investment in terms which can make our eyes pop out. In terms of quality, this tournament sits at number 5. Yes, you have good players, but this tournament is a little lazy and indisciplined in terms of finishing on time. Where the other tournaments, they focus less on how much you recruited the players for, how much the players got in their bank balance, but the players enjoy that tournament. For example, the Australian Domestic World Cup, it started on time. There were no time wastages. A 20-over match ideally is supposed to finish in 210 minutes, which means 3.5 hours. And the best part about these tournaments is that they finish before time. But if you look at the Indian Domestic World Cup, they don't finish before 4 hours. Neither do the organizers, nor do the players, nor do the team management, the coaches, the outside involvement. The commentators, they don't care if this match goes half an hour extra, nor do the umpires. Why? Because you are paid for it. So if you go half an hour extra, doesn't matter. We don't care for discipline. We don't care for finishing on time, and that is why this tournament irks me. Money cannot be an excuse that you can just start whenever you want. You can delay it. There are no rules. The umpires, the match referees, they are nothing more than slaves of the domestic competition. And it doesn't work like that. But before we go further, let's take a short break. Welcome back after the break. Let's continue talking about how players are bought and sold. Let's take another example. Daniel Christian, a 38-year-old Australian player. He has played for a lot of domestic teams. He's played for the Indian teams also. Deccan Chargers, who are now Hyderabad. His team just went on to win the Australian 20 over domestic competition. He has done everything because he's not a regular Australian player. He only dabbles in the domestic competition, so he is a freelance player. Yes, he is 38, but I have seen 45-year-olds also play. Age doesn't become a factor as long as your body allows you to play. The mind and body works. The mind says, I want to earn money. The body says, I want to continue. As long as these two are in sync, it doesn't matter whether you are 22 or 42, you have to keep going. And that is the example of this player. Now, there is a contention that the Mumbai team is the best 20 over domestic team in the world or in the world of cricket. I disagree. They are a good team, but outright they cannot be called the best team. They have to compete with other teams. Once upon a time, there was a Champions League. It started well, borrowing the idea from football's Champions League. So, as far as the football's Champions League is concerned, it's a shame that no Indian team has ever been given a chance in that tournament. It's a shame, and that's how we look at it. But coming back, even if there is no Champions League, a professional competition, it was all about making sure that the best domestic 20 over teams played each other. Now, Sydney Sixers, who don't know what Sydney Sixers is, it's a team which plays in the Australian domestic competition. They went on to win their second consecutive domestic World Cup, just like Bombay, who won in 2020 and 2021. 2019 and 2020. So they have won two titles in a row. But the difference is that while the Australian Cricket Board was able to conduct its tournament on home ground with crowd, the Indian domestic competition was conducted in another place, that is Plan B, Dubai, without crowds. But that's a different discussion. Is Mumbai a good team? Yes. Now, if you ask Rashid Khan, he plays for Hyderabad and Adelaide, which team would he rather choose? It would be a difficult choose. It would be a difficult choice for him because he has performed well for both the teams. Though I think by looking at just the pictures, he gets more respect while playing for the Australian domestic team. And here in India, it's a different game altogether. But looking at that, just outrightly saying that the Indian domestic competition is best in the world because they recruit the best players and they pay them the best, and they make sure that they will never have to work again after they are given their salary or they are bought or sold for XYZ amount. I disagree. Money cannot be the only contention. But that's how it is. You ask anyone by some robotic definition, they will say yes, it is. Nobody will even think that there are other domestic competition. In the same way, when we talk about football, we think it's only the La Liga or the English football competition. We don't even give
It's
that much of
10:55.
respect to the Indian football domestic competition, and that's how things are. It's all about money, it's all about the longevity. Similarly, for WWE, there are so many wrestling companies, professional wrestling companies. But why does WWE get all the attention? Because of the money involved. And that's how things are. Let's take a short break and then move on to the reading section. Welcome back after the break. Enough about buying and selling players or loyalty and respect. There is none in these competitions. Everybody knows that. You play for X team today. Suppose I played for Chennai last year. I will be playing for Hyderabad this year. I might be playing for Bangalore 2 years later. So I'm just hopping from one team to the other. Wherever the money is more, I just hop on. And that's how things are. Now, let's end this beautiful Friday morning episode on a sunny Friday morning. Sunny Friday morning means the winters are over. Now, let's end this beautiful sunny Friday morning episode with reading from the memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, Arthur Conan Doyle. Holmes shook his head. A clever counsel would tear it all to rags, said he. Why should he take the horse out of the stable? If he wished to injure it, why could he not do it there? Has a duplicate key been found in his possession? What chemist sold him the powdered opium? Above all, where could he, a stranger to the district, hide a horse and such a horse as this? What is his own explanation as to the paper which you wished the maid to give to the stable boy? Let's take a short break. Welcome back after the break. Let's continue reading. He says that it was a £10 note. One was found in his purse, but your other difficulties are not so formidable as they seem. He is not a stranger He is not a stranger to the district. He has twice lodged at Tavistock in the summer. The opium was probably brought from London. The key, having served his purpose, would be hurled away. The horse may be at the bottom of one of the pits or old mines upon the moor. What does he say about the cravat? He acknowledges that it is his and declares that he had lost it, but a new element has been introduced into the case which may account for his leading the horse from the stable. Holmes pricked up his ears. We have found traces which show that a party of gypsies encamped on Monday night within a mile of the spot where the murder took place. On Tuesday, they were gone. Now, presuming that there was some understanding between Simpson and these gypsies, might he have not been leading the horse to them where he was overtaken? And may they have not him now? Well, what will be the answer? Let's find out in the next episode.
For awesome content, tune in to the next episode of the weekly show.